In the cold, silent expanse beyond our solar system, something deeply puzzling is bleeding into our reality. It's not a signal. It's not a spacecraft in any way we would recognize. It is a quiet visitor from the stars, known as 3I Atlas, and it is leaving a trail of clues that could rewrite our understanding of the cosmos. As it journeys through our solar system, this object is releasing a steady stream of atomic nickel vapor, that is, individual nickel atoms in a gaseous cloud. But it's doing so without the corresponding iron that, according to everything we know about how stars forge elements, should be right there with it. Now, the James Webb Space Telescope has given us an unprecedented look at this object, and its findings have only deepened the enigma. This is not a typical comet. It is not a typical asteroid. While the mainstream scientific view holds that 3I Atlas is a natural object with a strange history, its characteristics are so profoundly unusual that they force us to reconsider the very definition of what a cosmic object can be. This isn't just a discovery, it's a scientific puzzle box quietly laid at the feet of humanity. Because if the anomalies of 3I Atlas are real, then the universe is far stranger and more mysterious than we ever imagined. It all began on July 1st, 2025. A telescope array in Chile, designed to scan the sky for supernovae and other transient events, picked up a fast-moving object slicing across the star field. At first, it was logged as just another icy wanderer, but this was only the third confirmed interstellar object in human history. Its incredible velocity, 130,000 miles per hour, was a clear indicator that it was not bound by our sun's gravity. It came from the vast darkness between the stars. That fact alone made it one of the most important astronomical targets of the decade. But what came next shattered every expectation. When astronomers turned their most powerful instruments toward its coma, the glowing halo of gas surrounding its nucleus, they expected to find the usual suspects: water vapor, carbon compounds, and silicates. Instead, the spectral analysis, the breakdown of light into its chemical components, revealed something that made no sense. 3I Atlas was emitting nickel atoms into space, and the iron, which is almost always forged alongside nickel in the fiery hearts of stars, was conspicuously absent from the gas. This was the first giant red flag. In the cosmic furnaces of supernovae, where heavy elements are born, nickel and iron are created together. They are cosmic twins, inextricably linked by the laws of nuclear physics. Finding a significant amount of nickel vapor without a corresponding amount of iron vapor is a profound chemical puzzle. It suggests that this object either formed in a region of space with a chemistry completely alien to our own, or that it has undergone some unknown process that separated these elements. This single chemical detail threw the entire astronomical community into a frenzy. But it's just the first piece of this incredible puzzle. We're about to get into the high-tech observations, the bizarre trajectory, and the intense debate this object has caused. If you love a good cosmic mystery and want to follow where the evidence leads, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss a thing. The news sent a shockwave through the worlds of astrophysics and planetary science. The observation sparked a vigorous debate. Some researchers, like Avi Loeb at Harvard, have pointed out that on Earth, separating nickel from iron is a complex industrial process, a hallmark of technology. While this doesn't prove an artificial origin, he argues it highlights just how strange this natural phenomenon must be. Is this evidence of a completely unknown natural process occurring in other star systems? Or does the strangeness point towards something else? The question hangs in the air, pushing the boundaries of scientific inquiry. To get answers, we turn to our greatest eye in the sky, the James Webb Space Telescope. Its powerful infrared instruments can peer into the composition of gas and dust with unparalleled precision. The JWST's observations confirmed the nickel anomaly, but they also added a new layer of mystery. The object's coma was not primarily made of water ice, as is common in our solar system's comets. Instead, it was overwhelmingly rich in carbon dioxide gas. The CO2 to water ratio was a staggering 8:1, the highest ever recorded in a comet-like object. To put that in perspective, imagine opening a cooler and finding 8 soda cans of CO2 for every single can of water. Chemically, this visitor appears to have originated in an environment vastly different from our own. Furthermore, the rate at which it was releasing this gas and atomic vapor was also unusual. Unlike the violent, chaotic, and unpredictable outbursts of gas and dust from typical comets as they are heated by the sun, the emissions from 3I Atlas were remarkably smooth, uniform, and controlled. This wasn't a messy, random leak. It was a steady, consistent chemical signature. But the chemical anomalies were only part of the story. As astronomers tracked and backplotted the object's path, they found it was highly unusual. The trajectory it followed, making a series of close flybys of Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, is statistically very improbable for a random object simply falling through the solar system. While this does not confirm it was artificially controlled, the odds of this specific path occurring by chance are exceptionally low, less than 0.005%. This has led to intense debate. Is it a breathtaking coincidence, a 1 in a billion chance alignment that sent it on a grand tour of our inner solar system? Or does its path hint at a history more complex than that of a simple drifting fragment? The data doesn't suggest it is actively propelling itself now, but its journey to get here remains a profound puzzle. It's another piece of evidence that tells us 3I Atlas is not just another rock from the void. It is crucial to note that the majority of scientists are working diligently to find a natural explanation for these converging anomalies. The scientific method demands that we exhaust all possible natural causes before considering more exotic ones. Perhaps 3I Atlas is a fragment of a Pluto-like exoplanet from another star system, which could have a nickel-rich core and a carbon dioxide-heavy mantle. Or maybe it formed in a carbon-rich protoplanetary disk, where the chemistry is wildly different from our own. These natural explanations are plausible, even if they require conditions we have not yet observed elsewhere. The hypothesis that it could be a piece of alien technology remains a speculative, minority viewpoint. But its proponents argue that when multiple independent anomalies all point away from what is common, the less common explanation deserves to be considered. The very existence of this debate is healthy. It is science at its best, grappling with a true unknown. To many, 3I Atlas is a stunning echo of Oumuamua, the first interstellar visitor that defied easy explanation back in 2017. Both objects showed non-gravitational acceleration, a mysterious push not caused by the sun's gravity. For 3I Atlas, this is explained by its steady outgassing, but for Oumuamua, the cause remains debated. Both were interstellar, and both took unusual paths. But where Oumuamua was small, quiet, and gone before we could get a good look, Atlas is brighter, larger, and has offered a much clearer window into its composition. This has led some to ask if we are witnessing a new class of natural interstellar object we never knew existed. Are these the first two examples of a common type of cosmic traveler that is just now becoming visible to us? As the debate continues, a philosophical shift is beginning to take hold. Regardless of its origin, natural or otherwise, 3I Atlas is a profound discovery. Its very existence is a message in itself, that the universe is more varied, more complex, and more mysterious than our current theories account for. It is a physical anomaly that demands an explanation, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge in astrophysics, planetary science, and chemistry. Perhaps its purpose, from a human perspective, isn't to deliver a coded message, but to serve as a cosmic provocation. An object so strange, it forces any technological civilization that finds it to level up its science, to collaborate globally, and to question its most fundamental assumptions about its place in the universe. In that sense, the object itself may be less important than the questions it forces us to ask. And then there is the silence. For all its strangeness, 3I Atlas is not broadcasting any signal. No radio waves, no communication, nothing that says we are here. This profound silence is, in itself, a data point. In the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, we have often assumed that advanced life would be loud. But maybe that's a naive assumption. Maybe advanced intelligence is quiet, subtle, and reveals itself not through language but through physics. Or maybe, as most scientists believe, the silence is simply the normal state of the cosmos, and this is just a very, very strange rock. But this forces us to consider a deeper question. If an object can be this anomalous, this complex in its behavior and composition, and still be natural, then what is the line between a natural object and an artificial one? Where does geology end and technology begin? 3I Atlas is blurring that line, forcing us to confront the possibility that the universe can produce things far more intricate than we ever gave it credit for. This leads us to a final, humbling thought. The very act of observing this object has changed us. Every telescope pointed toward it, every scientific paper published, every debate held online becomes part of a global human response to a great unknown. We are signaling our own intelligence and curiosity out into the cosmos simply by studying this enigma. 3I Atlas remains one of the greatest scientific mysteries of our time. It is a testament to how much we still have to learn. This wasn't just a discovery. It was a confrontation with the limits of our own understanding, not with aliens, but with the profound complexity of the universe itself. And it reminds us that in the silent darkness between the stars, there are still wonders waiting to be found, and truths waiting to be uncovered. In a sky we've studied for centuries, Atlas appeared not as an answer, but as a perfect, beautiful question. And the journey to understand it has only just begun. We will be following the science of 3I Atlas and other interstellar mysteries right here on this channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to join us on our journey to explore the biggest questions in the universe, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps our channel grow and ensures you won't miss what's coming next. Thank you for watching.